All right, hey guys, welcome to It's Better on the Road. My name is Steve Cinch, also known as Sleepy, and today we are going to take a look at the Scorpion EXO R1 Air helmet. So for the last bunch of years, I've been riding mostly adventure bikes, but the sport bike bug bit me, so last year I bought an Aprilia Tuono 1100. The helmets that I had from the last several years, since I was mostly riding in an upright position, tended to be more adventure bike helmets. They either had a brim or they were designed to be in a more upright seating position, and they worked great for that. The stability was awesome. Visual field was great. When I got the Tuono and I got on it and I put one of those helmets on, I was looking through the top of the shield. The way the helmet sits on your face, everything was not designed for a sport bike. So I began to look for a new helmet. Now, during my adventure bike days, I did try a Scorpion, and I really liked it. It was an A960, I believe. For the money that I paid for it, the quality was amazing, the fit and finish was great, and the durability of the helmet, I used it for 2 years and really, really liked it. So when it came time to find a new helmet for the sport bike, I looked back into the Scorpion series and came on with these guys. And what really appealed to me about the R1 Air was the fact that it had, kind of like the 80s sneakers, a built-in pumper up here in the front. So basically the cheek pads have air bladders in them, and if you need to adjust the fit, make it a little tighter, you can just go ahead and pump it up. And then if you get to where you're going and you want to take the helmet off easily, you can hit the button and it comes right out and you're ready to go. So what's neat about that is it offers an unbelievable amount of micro adjustability to make the helmet perfect. Say you're just going to go down the road at 35, 40 miles an hour, you're just cruising along, you don't have to have them tight. It's going to be great. But when you want to kick up the speed, when you want to get on the highway and you want that firmness, that snugness of the helmet being on your head, a quick finger up into the helmet, a few pumps on the old pumper, and the helmet is stuck to your face no matter what speed you're going to. First thing you're going to notice when you get this helmet is that you get a lot of stuff. Not only do you get this helmet, not only do you get a clear visor, you also get a smoked visor with a protection bag. You also get a pin lock, which makes the visor very usable and keeps it fog free even in wet and nasty conditions. And both visors come with tear-off posts, so it really is ready to go racing. Other features that this thing has: ventilation. You have a vent in the front over here that you can turn off and on. You have a vent at the top here, and then exhaust vents in the back. And those things move air. I rode from 40 degrees with them all closed, and I was fine, all the way up to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, it was hot at that temperature, but enough air was moving through that I never felt completely uncomfortable. Riding 2 hours to 5 hours, whatever, never got a hot spot. And again, the helmet is so light that you almost forget that it's on your head. All right, so how does this helmet fit? This helmet, I would say, is true to size. Even though it has a more oblong shape instead of a round shape, I usually wear rounder helmets. Like I like an Arai or a Shoei helmet, and those tend to be a little more round in the models that I like. But what's interesting is this helmet fits great, but then with that micro adjustability, even if it was going to move a little bit, when you pump it up, it snugs it up and you're good to go. So again, I wear a large in an Arai and a large in a Shoei and a large in the Scorpion, and it fits great. So I would say that they're definitely true to size. Now, when you're riding, this is considered like a race helmet, so I'm not sure they were super concerned about wind noise, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's no Schuberth. It's not designed for touring where you're just going to have zero sound or anything. You're definitely going to get a little wind noise out of it. But like I said, most of the time you're going to be in the twisties or on the track with this guy. And for those reasons, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. And besides, the stability you get from those inflatable cheek pads makes up for any wind noise that you have to endure. All right, the fit and finish of this helmet. When you get this helmet and take it out, you're going to look at it and say, wow, I can't believe I got this helmet for this price. It definitely has the fit and finish of a much more expensive helmet. I've paid over $1,200 for some of my Arai helmets, and putting this one next to any of them, you won't notice much of a difference. The way everything is put together just feels solid and quality. Even the front, it has a latch here. So you know you actually have a racetrack helmet when the visor actually latches down. And this one has a little thing. It's very easy to work with gloves and stuff, but it just feels quality too. And that's a very secure thing. That thing is not coming up even if you're going 150 miles an hour on a track. I mean, this locking system is so impressive. My Shoeis, I've had them come up before. There is no locking system on the Shoeis that I have. The RF 1400 and Indian 1200 or the Neotech I had really doesn't have any kind of a locking system. If you go too fast, you do have a chance that the shield's going to pop up, but not on the Scorpion. This thing's not going anywhere unless you want it to. All right, are there any points that I think this helmet could use some improvement? Well, yes, of course. I have never met a product that is absolutely perfect. First of all, the front is very, very, very designed. which means that most of your chin mount camera, action camera mounts do not stick very well. This is one of the ones that is like custom 3D printed for the face of this, and I can never get it to stick. It lasts for a week or two and then falls off. So that is one of the downfalls, is that it is so unique in the front, it's really hard to get an action cam mount on the front. And then the other thing, I love this colorway, and like I said, they make many of them, but the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed in is that the clear coat is so thin that even polishing it with like a microfiber cloth and polish, you can get scratches on the helmet. So I don't know if it was a weight saving thing or what. An extra layer or two of clear would help these helmets even feel more premium. All right, so who's this helmet for? This helmet is for anybody that's riding a more aggressive motorcycle with more of a sport bike seating position. Like we talked about earlier, a lot of just regular helmets, they sit so low on your head, they're designed for upright riding that when you get into that forward position, you end up looking through the top of the visor, which is unsafe. You're cutting off your vision, and it's just not the way to do it. When you get a helmet designed for going fast or being on that aggressive seating position, you'll get a full visual plane so you can see everything in front of you. If you're a guy going to a track or a racetrack, this is a great helmet for the weight. You won't even know it's there, but also it's a very quality helmet. You're not going to be scared to hit the track. That being said, before you buy one, make sure that wherever you buy it is going to meet your track day and or racing series requirements. Here in the States, I need a DOT and a Snell rating. This helmet has both, but if I would have bought it, say, from a European distributor and it only came with ECE, even though that's a higher standard, they would not let me on the track here in the States because it doesn't have the ones that they require. So it shouldn't be a problem. Like I said, I think this helmet meets all the different standards, but it just depends on where it comes from is what they put on the back. So just make sure you get the right helmet for your situation so that when you get to the track, they don't turn you away in tech. All right, so what's my final verdict? I'm going to give this helmet a 9.5 out of 10 on my own personal scale. Why not a 10? I think they could have done better with the clear coat. There's nothing worse than having an awesome new helmet that you're trying to polish and it's getting scratches just doing it. So that's really my only complaint. Everything else, the fit, the finish, the quality of helmet that you're getting for the price is pretty much unbeatable. And when they come out with a new version, I'll be first in line to get one. So I hope that helps your helmet buying decisions, and thanks for watching.